my truth uncensored. My whole network viral. 12 and a half get you a quarterback. I got them shits flying like spirals. I like my truth.
Sharing, y'all keep liking, y'all keep giving the word and sharing the world that the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, your brothers are on their way. Oh God, before we get out of here, man, Meek Mill. Now he has something on his Twitter. Ask Meek, hashtag Ask Meek, where he has people and the fans talking to him and asking him questions and he delivers back. I think it's dope. One of his fans today, Cash, asked Meek, how do you feel about Tekashi 6ix9ine? And he added Meek Mill. Meek Mill responded, he's a vicious kid, started all that drama, and start telling. Let's break that down in two parts. He's a vicious kid, started all that drama. Talk about that first.
That's exactly what we've been saying here on the podcast. That's what I thought made him an even filthier rat. Is that the fact that he talked all that big shit? It's like, you know, you grew up in the day and you might be on the playground. This kid talked all this shit and he may have been faster so you couldn't catch him. But that day you fucking catch him, he starts squealing like a fucking rat and running to the teacher. But he talked all this shit. No different than a cat like Tekashi. I think Meek, you know, summed that up in the best possible way. I mean, you had this guy going to people's blocks, inviting people to his private part, disrespecting, you know, all types of different people that were respectable in the game and doing it all behind the guise of this trolling. And you had so many people, a lot of rappers now, you know, who were just by this guy's side, you know, the whole time and, you know, just egging that shit on. We all know who they were. And it's just like to see him now in a new story that came out that he has to testify against even more people. Okay, it's one thing to, you know, tell when they did something to him and they fucked this girl and all that shit. That's one thing. But for him to propagate all that shit, like he was some street dude and then be squealing like a pig, I just think it's comical.
It shows me that the people that he was trolling or the blocks that he was going on, why he never got touched, here's why. Or why nothing really ever happened, well, here's why. Because they knew it was a very, very fake persona, ingenuine persona behind that character that was running their mouth all over social media. And the thing is, and where things get kind of screwed up is, he was playing a game, but with real fucking guns. He was playing a game, but with real toys. And that kind of shit gets you in real fucking trouble. And I mean, I don't know who to blame it on more, the people that created him or the monster that ran with it, because it was almost like that trolling was getting his persona bigger and bigger and people loved it and loved it. And he had his WWE ring announcers that were going ahead and giving his play-by-play, and it added to it. And it wasn't a problem while they were winning, but I don't know what happened.
The whole industry was riding with the dude. He was going to people's platforms,
but they knew he wasn't real about it. So I mean, a
lot of people didn't know. Some people didn't. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But at the end of the day, man, I ain't even gonna say he was playing, because they got him. He was really putting, you know, allegedly dropping bags on cats. So it was
got him on camera doing it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like,
no, he wasn't playing. He was playing the game with real pieces. People were really about to die from the shit he was doing.
That's a good point.
And he wasn't ready for that. I don't know if he was ready to have blood spilled in his name for real. But he's out here fucking so drunk and really thinking that this game that you started playing, young Hernandez, remember this, is now real life. This ain't Grand Theft Auto. This is real. And if somebody really dies from this is the blood's on your hands. And now people got in trouble. And now all of a sudden the video game turned off in his real life. You going, nah, that was
they did
this character that did this and this. I'm just
right. Yeah, that's, you know, that's some sucker shit. We always knew though. We always talked about, we knew that he was fake. And I think the real guys knew that he was fake. But again, he was coming to Philly a few times, running with cat. I mean, a lot of people, and I mean, my thing is, I'm not, you know, this is not a shot at anybody or anything like this, because just like you can hang out with a dude, you don't really know what he's about like that. You know, he's coming to your town or whatever. You got to show him love. You show him love, but real recognize real, man, at the end of the day. And we see exactly what this dude is. But I do think on the contrary to that he will be released and he will be reintroduced back into society once again. I think he'll be rapping again.
You've been saying that, and
I think so.
I disagreed with it, and I don't know now.
He'll be dropping songs and shit.
I don't know. This is what I say about Six. This is what I kind of wished happened, because you look at a kid, and you see his interviews, and you see how witty he is, going back with Charlemagne and doing this stuff, and you kind of wipe away some of the bullshit, and you go, okay, this kid is smart. He has a personality. He could really win. and really do great things. But he should have drew the line from real life and fake shit. He should have came out and go, yo, listen, man, this is all a persona. Should have chilled with all that trolling shit. Should have chilled with that. Because I think based off of his personality alone and him talking shit, now, if you got beef with a Trippie Redd, if you got beef with this, beef with that, and you running your mouth, do you, if that's winning for you. And still could fall under that persona line, and you could still be a little bitch if you want to, and not, that's cool, because that's what they're supposed to do. But when you start playing real games or real games with real pieces and start getting into a whole nother league that you ain't even involved in, that's where the line starts getting drawn. And that's where you started just getting a little bit ahead of your game. And it doesn't surprise me to see him doing what he's doing right now. It upsets a lot of people. A lot of people are against it. Right. We would never do it. I couldn't sit back and do dirt with you and then look you in the face and watch you go to jail as I go free. Right. Couldn't do that. That's a whole different game. You didn't. They was doing that shit. They was all in that life together, you dog. You cannot do that. They was running the streets together. They was talking shit together. We seen the videos. Nobody's, you know, and you know, it just is what it is. Now, what do you think though? Are there any platforms still pushing this dude still? Yeah, and we're gonna find out. Get out of here. Yeah. Okay. Are there? You asking me? Are there going to be platforms that push this? No, dude? Are they still pushing them now as we speak? No. One. Oh yeah, we know that. I mean, is he though? Big enough? Yeah, hell. Like, yeah. In what sense though is he pushing them? Like, is he like promoting them still, or just kind of just talking about like we're kind of talking about the story or whatever? Well, I haven't really paid attention to YouTube to know that. Okay, so from IG, he's still. Okay. But I mean, it's more along the lines of which he's reporting, but the narrative. Okay, yeah, that definitely plays a factor. You know, so, and if he comes out, it's all day. It's back. He's swinging on vines again. Well, after the summer, I think the trial and everything is, you know, September. Yeah, so we're definitely going to see, you know, how this whole thing culminates, you know, with the 6ix9ine, but Meek Mill leaving that statement. I definitely 100% agree. You make that bed, you got to lay in it, bro. Peace. Facts. Yes, sir. But you're tuned into the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast with your brother, Old God and Sandman. One more topic. And just remember, before we get out of here, we're going to transition to sports. All right. Once again, I'm going to talk about Carson Wentz. Yep. Carson Wentz signing, you know, re-signing, I should say, with the Philadelphia Eagles for a 4-year contract, giving him, I think they said it was the highest guaranteed money ever, if I'm not mistaken. I hope we'll confirm that in a few minutes. He got more than Russell? I think guaranteed money. Okay. Guaranteed money. I think they said, you know, I think he's like 100-something million guaranteed. Oh shit! Like hell yeah, he got more than okay. Yeah, yes. But what was this topic that we want to talk about? Because early on, when the Eagles had Nick Foles and Carson Wentz, I was an advocate of keeping Nick Foles simply because he simply won them a Super Bowl and almost took them back to another one. A lot of people are arguing that if Alshon didn't drop that ball, the Eagles probably win that game most likely and go on to not repeat, but at least have that matchup. And try to knock the Patriots off. So if that's the case, he did his job pretty much. I think that you should go with the hot hand, but the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, unloaded Foles. They brought him in, went in, surrounded him with some real great talent, gave him the guaranteed money, but you still have this looming, you know, question. Can Carson Wentz remain healthy? Was it premature? Before I answer that, though, Sam, man, I want to hear what you got to say about Carson Wentz being given an extension with the Eagles 4 years. All right, so me not being an Eagles fan, from the outside looking in, but being objective, I'm upset because Carson Wentz is now there for a very long time, getting on our nerves. You know what I mean, disrupting the NFC East, being a Redskins fan, salute 21 over there. You see it, but this is why this may be a bad idea, and it's because of fans like you. And there's a lot of fans like you out here. And realist, this is what I mean. Okay, you're a realist, right? But there's going to be some of these realists that evolve to somewhere else. And they're going to, the second Carson Wentz overthrows maybe one ball, or he takes a sack or something. Happens to what 2 years ago. You won a Super Bowl. Yeah. That was the one thing that we always had on the Eagles as a Redskins fan, Giants fan, Cowboys fan. Y'all ain't got no goddamn bowls. Y'all shut us up. We can't say that no more. That's still